You can have vision. You can have purpose. You can live with the fire of discipline in your chest. But until you move, until you act, it means nothing. Action is the great revealer. It exposes who you really are. It separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the builders, the pretenders from the producers, because talk is cheap. Affirmations are easy, but action, that's where transformation lies. You don't need another quote. You don't need another motivational video. You don't need a perfect plan, a new book, or a sign from the universe. You need to move. Now, the first step will always be ugly, awkward, humbling, but it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be real. Every champion you admire started messy. The first draft was garbage. The first workout was weak. The first video, the first speech, the first business. They all looked like failure in disguise, but they started, and that's what made them great, because greatness is not found in thinking. It's found in doing, consistently, repeatedly, obsessively. Alexander Graham Bell didn't invent the telephone by visualizing it. He worked. He tested. He acted. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't build that physique by writing it in a journal. He lifted. Michael Jordan didn't become legendary through wishes. He moved. He practiced. He missed. Then practiced again. Action is the furnace where identity is forged. You want confidence. Act. You want clarity. Act. You want self-respect, self-worth, trust. Stop waiting. Act. Do not confuse movement with progress. Scrolling isn't action. Complaining isn't action. Researching endlessly is not action. Execution is everything. Don't wait for it to be easy. Don't wait to be ready. You're never ready for the life you've never lived. Take the damn step. Even if your hands shake. Even if your voice trembles. Even if you don't know where it's all going. Because here's the truth. The only way out of fear is forward. You conquer doubt by doing. You kill fear by moving through it. Every time you act. Even if you fail, you send a message to your minding. I am not a prisoner. I am the master. And little by little, brick by brick, the walls begin to fall. Until one day you look around and realize you've built something. Not with luck, not hope, but with blood, sweat, movement. That's the foundation of greatness. Now that you've moved, now that your feet are on the battlefield, understand this life will not go according to plan. Your strategy will fail. Your timing will betray you. The people you counted on may disappear. And your best leaps may lead straight into chaos. But that's not failure. That's the test. The real game isn't just strength. It's adaptability. The oak tree stands tall, but in a storm, it snaps. The bamboo bends and survives. You must become bendable or be broken by your own rigidity. Success doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most flexible. Because adaptability is the hidden strength behind every enduring legacy. When Thomas Edison's factory burned to the ground, decades of research and inventions up in flames, he didn't cry. He didn't curse the skies. He said, "Thank God, all our mistakes are gone. Now we can start fresh." That is power. That is mental mastery. Because adaptation is not reaction. It's response. It's strategic, controlligent. It's the calm in the chaos, the adjustment in the adversity. The pivot that saves the mission. You must become like water. If the road is blocked, you flow around it. If the path is gone, you carve a new one. If the door slams shut, you build a house without doors. Because nothing can cage a mind that has been trained to evolve. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology industries, economies, values, all in flux. If you cling to the past, you'll drown in it. Adaptability is the currency of this age. Look at Netflix. Blockbuster said, "This is how it's always been." Netflix said, "Let's stream." Look at Tesla. The old car companies laughed until they were choking on the fumes of their own pride. Look at Steve Jobs. Fired from his own company. Came back stronger, leaner, better. Why? He adapted. You are not stuck unless your mind is. The job that disappeared, maybe it made space for your calling. The relationship that collapsed, maybe it was a lesson, not a loss. The detour you didn't want, maybe it was divine. Stop wishing for a straight path. Straight paths don't make strong souls. Winds make sailors, mountains make climbers. Resistance makes warriors. So shift, adjust. Move, let go of what was, so you can fight for what can be. Be willing to change strategy, but never the mission. Be willing to learn new skills, break old beliefs, rebuild your mindset, reinvent your identity. again and again and again, because the mind that adapts is the mind that survives, and the one that survives will dominate.